Yeah.
Who would like to be the guy who starts the show?
You just did.
Nose goes.
Sophia.
I don't have anything.
Just
I
start
don't
saying
either.
words.
So I went to a pretty cool chicken nugget restaurant with my buddies. And one of my buddies, her name starts with Caitlin, bit into a lemon while making direct eye contact with me, which I find
Upsetting.
a nightmare. Just the worst thing.
Just horrible.
Just an awful thing to see. So as we were leaving, Caitlin was behind me. I was going to turn around and keep the door shut so she couldn't open it because I'm very tall and strong, and Caitlin's frail and only 2 inches tall, so it made life difficult for her. But instead, I realized I was closing the door on a family, a man and his very cute little girls. And so I immediately stopped and I said, sorry. And his reaction was to glare at me and say, yeah. And
Fuck you.
it was an overreaction. I said sorry, clearly seeing that it was a joke, and I was trying to play a prank on my friend who he had budged in front of.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
That's
so
he pushed me to the ground, and his 3 little children walked on top of me.
And Caitlin is only 2 inches tall.
I'm very short.
I thought he only had 2 children.
he had 4.
I thought he had 5 children.
He had 8 children, and they all trampled on me as
Quantum
well.
children.
So anyways, in Minnesota, it's very impolite not to hold a door for someone, and I will be going to jail for my crime.
We'll miss Sophia, but we're going to have to replace her with
Yeah.
that guy and his 100 children.
Hello?
No.
Let's play some D&D. Hi, I'm Kat. I am your DM.
Hi, I'm Noelle, and I'm going to leave in the part where you changed your whole demeanor.
Like a robot.
That was crazy.
And I play Fran.
Hello, I am Sophia.
No.
I work a phone customer service job. Yes, I do change my entire personality based on whether I'm being recorded or not.
And I play Leica, and I am a tiefling paladin.
Wow.
Oh, who are you?
That's a great question. I'm Caitlin. Probably. I might also be Kat's dad. And I play Corbin, who is a human druid.
Okay, so last time, you guys talked with the professors from Madria, who told you that Torva's destruction of the world below, now known as Avelis, and that you know what it's called now, it did not wipe out all mortal life, and that there were 3 other apocalyptic events of this type. Leica and Corbin, you guys made an oath to kill all the gods. You explored the city. You found a abandoned and desecrated temple of Yoni, and Fran found a water temple. Fran also revealed that she believes her mentor was Torva in disguise, and tried to leave the party, but was convinced to stay through the power of friendship. So, now you guys are headed out of Danmar. You made it through the incredibly long line to get out of the city. Gingy and Zerun are waiting for you guys. Gingy's very happy to see you, Leica. She jumps up, puts her paws on your shoulders, and licks your face a lot.
I jump up and lick her face in response.
Zerun gives you a polite sniff of the butt.
I return the favor.
Nice. Nice.
Oh, I think I got treats for them.
They appreciate the treats. Gingy eats hers in one bite, and then she whines because she wants more.
I give her another one.
Do you have another one?
I stocked up for the trip.
Oh, okay. All right. Zerun, he savors his because he knows that only good boys get treats. And, you know.
I'm like, Gingy, he has a point.
Yeah. Good? Good?
Before we go, like, now that I'm not leaving the party, I'll put everybody's stuff in my bag of holding. So I thought I was sending them off with my horse before, so.
Nice. So, You guys are off. You have your map. We've got 3 people on horseback, 1 person on wolfback, and you guys are headed north. And you said you wanted to go to Fang Lake, correct?
Yeah, because that's the one on the way to Torva's Jaw.
Yeah, sort of. It's up to it's on the way to the Temple of Iol, which is where you'll need to go before you go to Torva's Jaw.
Yeah.
Right.
So Fang Lake is about a day's ride north of where you are now, and you are starting out late in the day, which is smart for the desert, but you guys are actually heading away from the desert. So you guys ride for a few hours before the landscape changes from that hard-packed earth to more lush grass and greenery. The road that you're taking follows one of the canyons up as the scenery changes from desert to greenery, and you can see to the north and west of you there is a large forest. The road ahead continues through a valley, which is mostly just grassland. The forest, which is where you'll need to head for Fang Lake, that slopes upwards in a small hilly knoll towards the Pogs Woods, is what is marked on your map. But by the time you get to the edge of the forest, it is nighttime. Do you want to proceed, or would you like to wait until the morning?
I think we should wait.
Yeah.
Yep. Set up camp.
Cool.
I will take first watch.
Fran gives you a hug
Oh, why?
and then just goes to sleep.
Is too shocked to react, but she thinks about it. She's like, "Wow!" I have all night long. She just as she's sitting out looking into darkness. She's like, "Wow!"
And Corbin, Fran takes back. You're part of the bandolier too.
Oh.
She puts him away.
Okay, so Leica takes first watch. All right. So who takes second watch?
I guess I will, because Sophie's just staring at me.
Yeah.
So wake me up, Leica.
I wake Corbin up.
So, Leica, when you go to bed, Gingy, she curls up around you, and Zaroon cuddles in on the other side, so you are spooning between 2 wolves.
Ah, my heaven.
You know. Corbin, during your watch... Okay. So your watch is uneventful.
Sweet.
And Fran?
Uh-oh.
I mean, unless the goddess takes a watch.
I'll take the next watch, and I sit up inside my bedroll, just with my little head peeking out, and I'm looking around.
Cute. Do you wake up without me having to wake you up? Do you just naturally arise when it's time?
Yes.
Okay.
And you just sit up like a vampire from a coffin.
Well, as you do that, I lie down.
It's just in sync.
Yeah.
Very
completely
creepy.
insane.
Horrible.
I hate this.
All right, Fran, your watch is also uneventful, so then it's the goddess's watch, which...
Do you wake up the goddess?
Oh, yeah. I just shake her awake.
Yeah, she wakes up.
And I lay down again just as I arose.
You roll over, shake her a little bit, and roll back over asleep before she's even fully awake.
Yeah, I do not check if she's awake and actually knows what I want. I am asleep before she can say a word.
Or sign a word, as the case may be.
Yeah.
That's true, yes. Thank you.
Okay, so just before dawn, all 3 of you are awoken by a huge tremor that shakes the earth. And when you wake up, as you look around to see what could have caused that, it's very readily apparent, because there is a huge spike of earth, there's still trees on it even, that's been flipped up and is jutting out of the ground. And the goddess is standing in front of it, and she looks terrified.
Are you suffering from high-quality podcasts? You see, quality podcasts stimulate parts of your brain, leading to an irksome condition called thinking. But suffer no more, my friend. Introducing Discount Storytime's blend of fictional nonsense and rancid gibberish to provide soothing relief. Try Discount Storytime today. Available on most podcast catchers and at discountstorytime.com.
Consult your healthcare provider before listening to Discount Storytime. Not intended to treat unicyclitis, pickleball liver, or jittering expectations.
What the heck? Did she do that?
You're so strong, Mary.
Mary, that's incredible.
Mary.
The goddess looks back at the three of you and signs. I heard a noise, and I don't know what happened. I just tried to make a light.
You kicked the shit out of that noise, Mary.
I don't know why that happened. I was just trying to make a light.
Are you sure it was you?
I'm pretty sure.
Do it again.
So she does. She casts light, and her hand glows the way it should. And then a tree explodes.
Mary, that's so cool.
Mary, you're crazy strong.
You're a crazy friend.
We call you Crazy Mary.
She shakes her head. She's shaking her head. Just like, I did not, she signs, I did not make that happen. That is not what I wanted to happen.
Yeah.
Wildcard Mary strikes again.
That was so cool.
What kind of pranks is she gonna get up to next?
But as a magic user who's made a lot of mistakes, Mary, this is probably just an extremely cool thing that will go away if you practice your little spells for a while. You've never been away from Estra, which is draining a lot of your magical power, so you probably just need to recalibrate. But don't do it too fast, because this is amazing.
Do another one.
Again.
Do it again.
All right, so she casts, I guess she just casts light again. That's a cantrip, right?
Yeah.
And this time a jet of hot steam erupts from the ground.
Where is it?
Just a little ways away from you guys.
You guys, I will say one thing did just occur to me. What if, we're standing on top of a super volcano and this is just really poorly well-timed and we're all about to die?
Poorly well timed.
You know, it's a coincidence.
The horses are all at this point freaking out, by the way.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
Well, regardless of if there's a super volcano, if steam comes out of the ground and we're standing where that steam is, that wouldn't be great. But Mary would never do that, right? And I look at the goddess.
The goddess shakes her head emphatically. No. And she signs again. I don't know why this is happening.
Well, I think Fran's theory's probably correct. You are a god. Have you ever exercised your power before?
She shrugs. She signs yes, all the time, constantly on Estra. I was using my power to keep the island afloat. That was most of what I did. All of those days of prayer were to keep the island up.
But have you ever, used your powers to fight? Have you ever used them for anything other than healing or managing Estra?
She shakes her head and signs no. That's why I have had guardians, so I didn't have to use my powers for fighting.
Have gods always been limited in their powers? Can the god of fire only exercise his or her powers of fire?
She shrugs. I don't know. I've never met another god.
For you, are there things you can't do?
Again, she shrugs. I wasn't really trained to do more than I know how to use my powers to make protections, and I know how to use my powers to heal people. I know how to make a sending, but I've never had to fight. I don't even know how I would channel my powers in that way.
Lucky for you, you're with 3 total badasses now, Mary. And we're going to teach you how to use your power for destruction.
Corbin,
Kill all the gods.
Corbin leans into Leica and says, Fran just totally called me a badass.
Leica's I know, I heard, just be cool. We have to both be cool.
Oh, freaking out.
I say, she hugged me last night.
God, she hugged all of us.
Fran is pretending she can't hear, but she can.
So are you guys...
I do want to ask, I want to ask, Zaroon, is there anything you know about Kai?
Zaroon had run off to sniff around the exploded tree and the jet of earth and everything. But he comes back when you call for him. I know the name, but it is a name of antiquity.
What can she do? What are her powers?
I cannot speak to the specifics of her powers. We did not train the goddess much in the ways of the Wolf Clan. Her powers were trained mostly by the deer and crow. And he looks at the goddess and says, but we taught you the ways of the forest. We taught you to run and to hunt and track. And the goddess nods and signs, yes, you taught me all of that. Zaroon says, so you know how to fight, my goddess. It is only a matter of if you are willing to use that training.
Does the goddess get retrained every time she's reborn?
That's a good question. Yes and no, because each time it's a new body.
Yeah.
So each time the body has to be retrained. But normally, the goddess retains, like, the mental knowledge of how to do all of this. So they've
Right.
never had to teach her how.
So she just, like, builds her strength,
Yeah,
basically?
so the Wolf Clan does, you know, the physical training of her body and, like, toughens her souls so she can run further. And the Crow Clan and the Deer Clan are more responsible for her spiritual training of her magic. Particularly the Deer Clan teaches her how to shape raw energy into magic, whereas the Crow Clan teaches her more of the nature magic.
So I am going to ask, Zaroon, you trained the goddess? Did you know that she doesn't have her memories?
We suspected as much, but it is not until recently that you have... And he looks at the goddess as he says this. You have only recently found your voice. It is good to see you speak so freely among your friends.
That's cute.
Does the goddess say anything?
So to speak, so to speak.
Yeah. The goddess just sort of... She doesn't respond to that. She just sort of shrugs and shuffles a little.
She's embarrassed.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm constantly embarrassed by my own emotions.
Yeah. All of us.
All of us.
Bunch of teens who don't know how to express themselves.
And adults.
And adults.
Or like,
And grown adults.
yeah. Yeah.
So, after you've calmed down your horses and your wolves and packed up your camp, you are off into the woods. Pog's Woods it's very pleasant. It's a sunny day. It's still pretty hot out here, but it's definitely nowhere near the scorching heat of the desert that you have just been in. All the trees are just starting to leaf out. It's early spring. Some of the bushes that you pass by, they have flowers on them. And actually, I'm going to have you guys make survival checks.
Okay.
You're all pretty good at the woods, so it's a pretty low check.
I got 18.
19.
5.
I'll have the goddess roll.
It's the same character.
Oh, shit. Goddess rolled a natural 20.
Whoa,
girl.
She got inspired.
Yeah, so the goddess, Corbin, and Laika, you guys are all totally fine navigating these woods. Fran, however, it just seems like every single root in the road that your horse is tripping on and low-hanging branches just hit you straight in the face left and right. Bugs start biting you. Biting flies are coming out, and they don't seem to be going for anybody else except for you.
Standing water. Mosquitoes.
Yeah, actually some
I
mosquitoes.
literally am standing water.
Some mosquitoes come to lay eggs in your hair, and you have to swat them away. But after about half a day, you guys make it to Fang Lake.
Fantastic.
Perfect delivery.
Perfect. It is a long, narrow lake filled with greenish water. And surrounding this lake are ruins. Moss is growing on these huge broken columns that dot the shoreline. The columns that are still whole, you see, have ornate stone shields decorating them. And although most of the paint has worn away, there are still patches where you can see that this was once very brightly painted. Going across the lake, there are big chunks of stone that stick out of the water, the remains of a bridge that used to span across the lake. And at the end of this broken bridge, there's a big stone pedestal on the north side of the lake. There is a broken archway above this stone pedestal, and you can see on the ground next to it there is a very ornate stone shield, more decorated than any of the others that are still hanging up.
And this is on the opposite side of the lake from where we are?
Yes, so
but
you're
we can
coming-
still see it?
Yeah, you're coming from the south side of the lake. The pedestal and this huge shield are on the north side. I'm gonna have you make perception checks.
Okay, I'm doing my perception check specifically on the lake.
Okay.
14.
9.
14.
All right. Corbin, you don't see shit.
Yeah.
You are distracted as you see a flock of birds flying overhead.
Yeah, I try to say hi to them.
They don't respond. They honk at you, in fact.
I try to honk back. Honk!
They fly away in a V formation.
Oh, I know what those birds are.
They're big ol' meanies.
They're poop birds.
Okay, but Leica and Fran, you see that in all of these stone shields and columns, there are indents that it looks like there used to be something in these indents, probably some sort of metalwork or jewels. And you can see there are huge scratches around these indents where they've been pried out by somebody. You also notice near that pedestal on the other side of the lake, you can't see it very well from where you are, but there is a patch of earth that looks like it's been recently disturbed.
What about the lake itself?
You don't see anything in the lake. The goddess, by the way, she stays behind the three of you, and she signs, I hope you are not offended that I think it will be best if I stay back.
What do you mean?
She motions towards the ruins of the lake, says this is clearly the temple of another god, and we don't know how sensitive they are. And clearly, Torva at least can track my divine presence, and I don't want to make our presence more known here than is necessary.
I asked Zaroon if he will stay with her.
Of course, it is my duty to protect the goddess at all
Duty.
times.
I kiss my grandpa wolf on the cheek.
All right, so they post up a little bit further into the woods, a ways away from where you guys are.
What's the distance from, like, there's a bridge that goes...
The bridge used to go directly from where you are at the south side of the lake to the northern pedestal. However, it is broken into several chunks, and there's parts of it that have sunken completely into the lake, and other parts that are, it's not a clear shot across anymore.
Cool, so should we go across the lake, or should we go around?
I know that Corbin made a really low perception check, but I definitely vote for not going into the lake. Especially if it's green and we can't see anything inside of it.
Fran is going to argue with you.
I know she is.
Fran definitely wants to go in the lake.
Corbin turns to Fran and he says, "There's only one way. You're getting me inside or near that lake. And it is if you go in there and you swim around and you make sure there's no Loch Ness
Done.
monsters.
I
Do
jump
it.
in the lake.
Go."
Okay, I'm gonna have you roll another perception check then.
Oh,
Yeah, because there's a monster in there and I know it.
Water's danger.
Now we get to fight it. That's 13.
Okay, and I'm also gonna have you make just do a straight dex check.
Yep.
So that's a 13 as well.
Okay. You swim through this green, silty water, and you can't see very far underneath. You notice right away that there are no fish in this lake. There's not even like any sort of seaweed or anything growing in there. It's just green and algae, and it sticks to your skin in a really unpleasant way.
I hate it.
Like it almost feels more like slime than water.
Oh no.
And you're really not able to see anything until you're about almost to the other side of the lake when you see something. If you had breath in the water, it would take it away. At the bottom of the lake, there's a long, withered body of a tentacled abomination, which is half on the land and half in the water. At first, you don't know what this is, and you see the tentacles moving in the water, but you realize it's just the current moving these tentacles. And as you pop up onto land and you get a closer look at this thing, it has been dead for a very, very long time. The skin is dry and papery on land. The skin underwater is flaking off and rotting. And it's been dragged up onto that pedestal, and there is a trail of blood.
And I'm now at the north side of the lake?
Yeah.
Is the blood fresh?
No, it is old. It looks like it's very old.
Is it this thing's blood or is it somebody else's blood?
That's a good question.
I wave to you guys from the other side of the lake, and I shout, "Come on in! The water's great!" Not like objectively, though.
Corbin just realized that he can turn into a bird. He turns into a bird and he flies over the lake.
Like I guess on Gingy and they walk around the lake.
Laika, on your way around the lake, and you're coming up to the carcass of this thing, when Gingy yelps, and she steps back because she stepped on something that cracked under her paw. And you get off her back to look at it, and it is a humanoid skeleton.
I check her paw. Is her paw okay?
Yeah, it's okay. A little bit cut.
She need healing?
No, she didn't take any real damage.
Also, I want to say that I'm still a crow. I'm not turning back into a human.
Do you land on anything or anybody?
I land on your head.
My head is now like that nasty green water.
Oh, I get off immediately.
You're up in it.
I crow in agony. Wah! That's what I do.
Fran laughs and like quaffs her hair into a pompadour.
Oh, okay.
I hate that, but I love it. Okay, so I would obviously like to investigate this skeleton. Oh, I got a 2, so I'm just like, whatever. But I do say, like, hey guys, I found some cool chew toys.
Okay, so I walk over and I take out my magnifying glass that I bought at the Oasis Market, and what seems to be the problem?
Well, there's 2 skeletons on the ground.
I see those, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
So Gingy stepped on one, and there is a second one not too far from it. A cursory glance tells you that one of them was likely killed by decapitation because its head is not connected to its body.
I pick up the skull and I say, alas, poor Yorick.
And no one...
Yorick?
Yeah.
Not Rick, not Yorick.
My Rick.
Not Rick.
So, as you guys are making these bad jokes, I'm going to have you make some another set of perception checks.
Can I do an investigation check on
Oh yeah, do an investigation check on the skeleton first.
y'all,
if you want.
I just rolled a nat 20 for that perception check, FYI.
Okay.
Nice.
I got 10 for perception.
8?
I got 11 for the investigation.
Okay. What you notice when you're investigating these skeletons is that they don't have any equipment on them.
Do they have clothes?
Nope. These are naked skeletons. So, Laika and Fran, you guys are investigating these skeletons, and you're saying to each other, like, how odd it is. Like, where is all their equipment? Like, it shouldn't have rotted away. It would have been metal, no matter how old these skeletons are.
I say, I think they were just naked.
And as you guys are talking about that, Corbin, you're still a crow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're just flying around up there, and you notice coming out of the water, there are these horrors. They have hard green carapaces and 2 arms with massive serrated pincers. Red tentacles spill from their mouths, or what you think are their mouths, because you can't tell, even if this is a face that you're looking at. They have another 2 sets of limbs they're using as legs and long fish tails.
Is it called a Cthulhu?
No, it's just called a jewel.
So Cthulhu.
Yeah, so you see these as they come up behind Laika and Fran, and one of the jewels has a white sword with a glittering gold hilt stuck in its carapace.
Hello, and welcome to the interlude. Today I'm joined by my nephew Max, who's shaking a canister of dice. He loves to do it. Max, do you have anything to say? Effusive. You dropped it. Today I would like to thank our iTunes listeners. That goes out to Maraishi, Blossom Breyer, Boo Radley, President Boo Radley of Earth, Professor PFM, 41 MPP, and Abscomb. Thank you all so much for your reviews and ratings. It really does help us. Especially you, Abscom, who apparently will never play D&D in a normal way ever again. As you've said that you'll never be able to play a character that doesn't have a nipple-chafing boob window or a proclivity for massive dumps. Max, you can't learn words yet, right? Cool. I also want to thank our new Patreon subscribers. That goes out to Joanna, Jay, Phoebe, and Kayla. We are so blessed and pleased to have you as part of our Patreon family, and we hope you like the content we have there. What else do you think about the Patreon donors? True. Oh, Max, that's so real. And now for a word from the lovely and talented Venture Maidens.
Hey everyone, we're here to tell you about the Venture Maidens podcast.
For lifelong gamers.
For longtime friends, doing a real play 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons podcast.
Including such themes as
Awkward NPC romance.
Darts to the butt. Chopping things with axes.
Find us on iTunes, Spreaker, Twitter, Facebook, or Twitch.
New episodes every other Sunday.
Or every other Wednesday on Twitch. Check out our website, www.theventuremaidens.com.
And start the quest today. Until then, venture away.
I also want to encourage you guys to check out audible.com. You can get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/DSPN. You can do that on your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player, and there are 180,000 titles to choose from. They've got Handmaid's Tale, they've got 1984, they've got other things that will remind you about this world we live in for no reason, because on Dames and Dragons, we keep it light and airy. So if you go to audibletrial.com/DSPN, you'll get a free 30-day trial, a free audiobook, and you'll be able to try out their service and see if you like it. You, too, could be avoiding listening to Handmaid's Tale by listening to Star Trek Voyager Mosaic by Jerry Taylor, narrated by Kate Mulgrew herself. You could do that. That's something you could do. So again, that's audibletrial.com/DSPN to get your free audiobook. And if you like Star Trek, we at Dames and Dragons have a special event coming up related to Star Trek next week. So I would keep an eye on our social media for announcements regarding that. And now as Max jumps like a crazy man in my arms, now for a word to Chantel.
Chantel, the code word is a Lola. Corbin, because you rolled a natural 20 on that perception, you have the first move in initiative. So you have one round before anybody else.
Okay, I actually had this plan because this is why I stayed a bird, because I knew we were going to get attacked by fucking something. I positioned myself above them, and I dive bomb them, and I scream as I'm falling, both as a crow and a human. So it turns from a crow scream to a human scream. It's like, hoo-ah! It's kind of like that.
So your crow sounded way more like a human than your human did, but...
And then I take my spear as I'm falling and I jam it through one of their heads.
Okay, try.
Roll attack, you mean?
Yeah.
That's like 5.
Yeah, no, that does not hit.
No?
After making that really impressive scream, but you just land in between the two of them.
Cool, I'm dead.
Well, it looks really cool.
Yeah.
And now we're in initiative.
13. 12.
You roll a 1.
Yeah, I got a 1.
Corbin, despite your heroics and early warning system, the Jewels get an attack in before Leica and Fran are able to turn around. And the first one is going to go for you, Fran.
No.
That is a 16. Does that hit?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So that is going to be 11 damage, and I'm going to have you make a strength check.
Okay. That's 10.
You are gripped by this thing's pincer.
Fuck.
And you'll need to make a constitution save.
Okay. 20, but not natural 20.
Okay, then you're good. You're fine. All right, so then the second Jewel will go for Corbin. No, that misses. That is a natural 1. It goes to pincer you, and it just clips right above your head. Dumbass! All right, and then Corbin, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to cast Moonbeam, and I'm going to hit the Jewel that's not holding Fran.
Okay, so that is a 14.
My spell save DC is 15, so it can suck it.
Okay.
So 6 and a 9. That's 15, because I play cribbage. Ha-ha! So I raise my badass spear staff into the sky, and I say, "Thou shalt not, wilt not pass." And I cast Moonbeam.
Great. And then it is Leica's turn.
So I can do this thing called Channel Divinity. You can cause spectral vines to spring up and reach for a creature within 10 feet that you can see. They must succeed on a strength or dexterity saving throw, or be restrained by the vines. On a success, it frees itself and the vines vanish. I want to do this as one action, and then I'm going to do something else.
Okay, so it has to make a strength or dexterity, you said?
Yes.
Okay. 20, but not natural.
You done got me.
Okay, so you cast this spell, and spectral vines start to wrap their way around the Jewel's legs, but it immediately, with its immense strength, is able to rip its legs out from the vines and advance on you.
Is this the one that's holding Fran?
Yeah, if that's the one that you targeted, yes.
Yes, it was. Okay. Well, let's try something else. So, I want to attack, and I want to use Divine Smite, and my attempt in attacking is to cut off the arm that is holding Fran.
Okay, rolled hit.
Oh, natural 20.
Oh, jeez!
That's double damage!
All right, roll it.
Yup.
So that's 40 damage total. So, Leica, you slice this thing, and you aren't able to chop its arm clean off, but you bring your greatsword down on its arm, and white energy radiates from the spot where you strike it, and it screams. And the sound, it feels like it's crawling in your skin as it screams, but it drops Fran. And retreats. It skitters back to the side of its friend.
Jam on toast.
Damn it. God. Damn on toast.
All right, now Fran, it is your turn.
All right. So am I prone?
Yes.
All right. So I get up. And so I'm going to cast Fireball, and that will get both of them because they're in a 20-foot radius.
Yeah, so they have to make dex saves, right?
Yep.
This first one is 13.
That fails.
Okay. And the next one is a 17.
And that one passes.
Okay, so no sword. He takes full damage and sword takes half, right?
Yep. So I reach out my finger. I point to a point behind them enough that they'll be within the edge of my spell.
Mm-hmm.
And the one that passed its check is going to take 13 damage.
Okay.
The other one takes an additional 15 damage, so that's going to be a total of 28.
Okay. So you cast Fireball and fire engulfs these two. The one that does not have a sword in its back is able to leap clear, so it is only singed. However, the other one is completely engulfed, and when the fireball dies down, you can see its carapace is cracked and hardened and blackened, and then it shrieks again, that same shriek that just gets under your skin, and the black hardened outer shell bursts away from it. and there's a slightly lighter shell underneath.
Oh, okay.
And in addition to this, the fireball, having a 40-foot diameter, has set the nearby woods on fire. So now there's a forest fire as well.
Well,
Nothing we can do. You can shape water. You'll fix it later.
I can't shape that much water.
We'll get through
figure
it.
it out.
Yeah.
All right, so No Sword. He is next, and he's gonna go after Fran again, looking for some revenge. So that is a 13.
Oh, that's a hit.
Oh, that hits. Dang. 12 damage.
Okay.
Oh, shit, it gets to make 2 attacks. No. So it'll make its second attack on you.
I could die.
What's your HP?
I got 18.
Okay. That is a 10.
No, that doesn't hit.
Okay. Whew. And you're going to need to make another strength save.
That's an 11.
Nope, you are trapped.
All right. Which one is this? The same one?
Yeah, same one. He's back at it again.
Damn it, and the Krispy Kreme.
All right. So now he's got you. So Swordy Boy is going after Corbin, and that is going to be a 16.
Yeah, it hits.
So that's 11. And then make a strength save to see if you are trapped by it.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Oh, it's a natural 20. Fuck off, guys.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. So Corbin, he is going to attack with his tentacles. So you are going to need to make a Constitution saving throw.
17.
Okay. The Chul grabs you in its pincers, but you are able to get your hands up, so you are able to push its pincers apart. And as it's coming down at you with this mouthful of red tentacles that are spilling from its carapace, you force the pincers apart and duck underneath its legs and come up behind it.
Damn right, bitch.
Yeah. And now, Corbin, it is your turn again.
Oh, cool.
Should we be trying to get the sword out? I mean, it doesn't seem like they're getting special power from it.
Cat is smiling.
Well, which one had its carapace broken off? Was that the No Sword? I would assume.
No, sword one. Yep, it was sword one.
So, if the sword's on its carapace...
Yeah, but it's still stuck in there. Like, it has several layers.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
These things have a lot.
But it's not as stuck in anymore. So I'm gonna turn into a crow and get on top of its back.
Okay, so you're going to use wild shape to turn into a crow.
Yep, I'm going to use
up.
My wild shape. I fly up and I land as close as possible, as close as crowly possible to the sword. And I try to yank it out.
Are you going to do that in crow form or in human form?
No, I'm going to turn back into a human to yank it out.
Okay, I'm going to have you make a strength save.
Yeah, I figured.
Just to stay on this thing's back. And then you'll make another one to try and pull the sword out.
Strength is not my strength.
Well...
That's a 9, so I probably got flung off.
Yeah, you are instantly, it bucks you off almost instantly.
I tried,
and
you
are
guys.
thrown prone.
Can I make a dexterity saving throw as a reaction?
Yes, you can make a dex save to see if you're able to avoid being prone.
That is 18.
Okay, yeah. So you are thrown from this creature's back, and you do the cool, like, land on the balls of your feet and your hands as you slide backwards.
Cool. Sweet. I look badass.
You do. You look very badass.
I've accomplished nothing, but I looked cool. That's like my whole MO this battle, you guys.
It's working.
Okay, Laika, it's your turn.
So what I like to do then is attack and use Thunderous Smite.
Okay.
And that's a bonus action. So what I like to do again is like try to cut off the arm and like have it pushed back.
Okay.
6 plus 7.
Not enough. So, Laika, you make a wild arcing swing for this thing's arm in order to cut Fran free, and you just miss spectacularly.
So I'm going to try and use Thunderous Smite again. Fail.
Okay. What was that?
That was 3 plus 7, so 10.
Yeah,
it didn't hit.
That did not hit. All right, and then it is Fran's turn.
Okay, so I'm just like in this thing's grasp.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna use Witch Bolt.
Witch Bolt?
I won't engage with you.
I laughed before Kat even said it because I knew it was coming.
So I'm just gonna like put my hands on its like pincers in particular as I cast it so that I can get out of it.
Okay. Oh, and you also, actually, before you even get to do that, make another strength save.
Oh, because I have to see if I can get out. I can't. I rolled a 7.
So Fran, you're trying to push the pincers away, and you're just not able to.
So I'm going to use some magic.
Wait, I have a question really quick. So this is the same one that grabbed her before, right?
Yep.
So is its one pincher like on the ground useless, and it's used its only one?
Well, it has, both of them are still on it. One of them is badly hurt.
Okay.
So it is using its unharmed pincer arm.
Okay.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to cast Witch Bolt as I push again to try and get out of this thing's grasp. Yeah, that's over 20.
Okay. Yep, that hits.
5, 2. That's 16 damage.
All right. And now it's back to...
Did I get out?
All right, I'll have you make one more roll to see if you can get out.
Yeah, nice job.
Yeah, I didn't. I got an 8.
Okay. Nope. You still, even though you hurt it greatly, and in fact it instead tightened its grip on you.
Yeah.
In response to the pain.
By the way, how do these things look at this point? Are they like very... I mean, obviously the one has like exploded carapace, but...
So no...
40 damage? Like...
No sword is looking pretty rough. He's oozing from some places. But Swordy... apparently the fire bath did him some good, and he's not looking too bad.
We haven't attacked him nearly as much.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah.
That's really what it is.
I thought it was related maybe to the sword, but I want to pull that sword out of his body.
Yeah, I just feel like it's cool if we pull the sword.
I think so too, yeah.
And so it is gonna keep on ripping at you since you're the one hurting it, and it's gonna see if it can use its bad pincer to hurt you more.
Does it have disadvantage then? Because injured?
It'll have disadvantage on its first attack. So it does not hit you on its first attack. It's trying, but its bad pincer is just too bad. It can't do it. So instead, it uses its good pincer to tighten its grip more, and that is a 10.
No, that does not hit.
Okay, it's just too weak to do that. So now it is on to Sword Jewel. And Sword Jewel's going after Corbin still.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, that is a critical failure on its first attack.
Suck it.
It hits itself in the face.
Does it take any damage?
Yeah, does it take damage?
It took 1 damage from that. And so on its second attack, that is going to be 17.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
Why is Cat so happy when she hits us?
That's a good point.
That is 11 damage.
Oh, okay.
And now please make a strength saving throw.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, that's a 3, so...
Nope.
It got
now Corbin is now up in a pincer.
What's your
In
health?
sword pincer?
Yes.
I'm at 21.
Are you okay?
I'm like at half health.
I
Double.
need healing still.
What's your health?
I'm at 18. But I have a lower AC.
Yeah, you're more likely to get hit. I'll heal you.
Well, it's Corbin's turn now.
Yeah.
And you are being held by Swordy, and
I can still cast a spell though, right?
Yeah, you can do anything.
I cast Healing Word on you.
And what's your word?
Fran.
Crab cakes.
Nice.
What I'm gonna make out of you assholes when we're done here.
It's a lot of words.
Yeah, well, I'm having a lot of feelings. That's 9 points of health for you.
Thank
Fran.
you.
Okay, and then Leica, you're up next.
Here's what's up. I'm going to use Thunderous Smite, maybe, if this works. And I'm going to try and push him back in the direction of the moonbeam. But obviously, I'm hoping he will drop Fran. I got a 2. But I want to expend one of my luck points to reroll. Yes. That is a 24.
Okay, great.
Okay.
18.
Can I attack the other one?
With your second attack, sure.
Yeah, okay, cool. 16?
That just hits.
14.
So you hit its arm, the arm that it is using to hold Fran, with your thunderous smite, and there is a crack of thunder as you do so, and you slice its arm clean off, and while the pincer falls to the ground with Fran in it, she is still trapped inside its grip. It is pushed back into Corbin's moonbeam as you planned, and then the other one takes some damage.
All right.
So, Fran, it is your turn now. Please make a strength saving.
I got a 2.
Okay.
I'm going to use enlarge and reduce to enlarge this claw so I can get out of it.
Oh, cool. All right, cool. You do it.
All right, I'm out of it. Now
Nice.
it's a big old claw.
All right. I love it. I love it. All right, now
I
it's back.
clamber out and I stand on top of it.
Do you clomber out?
And then but can I have some kind of advantage on aiming because I have the high ground, Anakin?
Yes. So on your next turn, you will.
Don't try it.
So no sword is going first, and
Moonbeam.
yes, he takes
Moonbeam.
Constitution save.
Constitution save.
That's a 10.
That does not beat my spell save DC, which is 15.
All right.
That's a horrible thing.
So
So I need 2d10. And that is 8 and 6. Which
It's dead.
It's oh! Suck it, suck it, suck it,
Suck it, suck it, suck it,
suck it.
all right. So it is pushed back by Laika's attack into this moonbeam, and although it tries to scramble out from this searing ray of silvery light, it just isn't quick enough, and it's not tough enough, and it just is burned by this light, and it shrivels up, shrieking, and falls to the ground. Crab cakes!
Jam on toast.
Anyone in the mood for seafood?
All right, now it's just Sorty. It's just Sorty against all three of you. So it is gonna go for Fran up on top of that big old claw. 20, but not natural.
Shit.
And so it grabs you again.
Don't you think you need to climb up it? If it's
Sure, but it
pretty-
has enough movement that it can definitely climb that.
Okay.
So it climbs up using just its back four legs. If this pincer is still out, and it grabs you in one pincer. You'll just never escape.
God fucking damn it.
Can I
All
have
right, so
those
I gotta do a
D6s?
strength save, right?
Yeah.
I did good.
So that is going to be 14.
Okay. And I rolled an 18 to not be caught by it.
Okay, so this time you are fucking ready for it. And even though the jagged, sharp edges of the pincers dig into your skin, you have your arms out and you push this thing's pincers wide open and hold it open like, in all those movies where they hold up in the shark jaws. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like that.
I say, practice makes perfect.
All right. And now it gets to make its second attack. Yeah, and it misses you. And now it is Corbin's turn.
Okay, so I'm going to use Call Lightning. It has a range of 120 feet, and each creature within 5 feet of that point must make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. That is a 17. And Fran, what's your dexterity save? You are definitely within 5 feet of this.
God damn.
Oh, shit!
It's already happening.
Oh.
That's 10.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna die from this.
tragically, Fran will take full damage. And it's going to take half damage.
Right.
It's 12. Yes, thank you for doing math. 'cause
Okay,
I can't.
12?
Yeah, it's 12.
Okay, and so this one takes 6?
Yep.
Okie dokie.
You dead?
I have 1 hit point left.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
How low
nope.
were you?
I was at
I'm trying to think
13.
of the best way to do this. I want to use one of my actions to heal Fran,
Okay.
and then one of my actions to try and pull the sword out from that dude. Do you want me to roll to climb up the claw? Or can I just
Roll for it. It's going to be a low check, though.
Okay, cool. Oh, good. So I got 19
Yeah.
plus whatever.
Yeah, so you're able to climb.
So I can heal you for 25 hit points.
Oh, damn. Are you going to?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're healed. And I say, the doctor's in.
And everyone is deeply upset. The Chul just sort of skitters back a little bit. It really is upset by that.
Fran loved it.
I roll up my sleeves that I don't have because I'm wearing armor, and I'm I rub my hands together, and I'm about to do Misty Step, and I'm going to pull this damn sword out of this guy's bottom. All right.
Well, it's in his shoulder, but okay. And if you're landing on top of it, I'm going to have you make a strength save in order to stay on it.
I got a 17.
All right, yeah, you're able to stay on top of it, and I'll have you make another strength save in order to pull the sword out.
Yes, that's good. It's a 22.
Okay. All right, so here's what happens. You run and climb up this claw and grab Fran's foot as you're pulling yourself up, heal her for 25 hit points, and use her to help you hoist yourself up. And just as Fran's starting to be pulled off balance by this, you're gone. And then you reappear on this thing's back. It tries to buck you off, but it's not able to. You are just too strong. You've already got your hands around the hilt of that sword, and you yank it from the creature's carapace, and it screams and it screeches and it writhes. And I'm going to have you make another strength save to stay on top and not be thrown.
Well, I failed it. It's
Okay.
a 7.
All right, you are knocked from its back and you fall prone with the sword gripped in your hand.
And Cat just wants to hurt me right now.
Did it take any damage from her ripping it out?
It did, actually. It took 10 damage.
Good.
Boys, I'm back in town.
And now, Fran, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna do, I think, Scorching Ray.
Scorching ray.
Some get scorched and others taste the pain. That didn't make sense. I'm sorry.
No, I liked it.
So I reach my hand through the air and make 3 swipes and rays of fire erupt from my fingers. And I will now roll to hurl them at Swordy Boy no longer.
Okay.
That's a 12.
No,
Okay. That's over 20.
that'll hit.
Okay, and then I'll just throw the next one and then see. It failed. So
Okay.
I have 1.
All right.
Okay, so it takes 6 damage.
So now this thing is mad, and it is still gonna keep attacking Fran because that is still its closest target. That'd be 14.
Shit. Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Yeah, it grabs you. You're
Oh, no.
make a strength save to see if you're trapped in its
Having a
claw
bad
again.
day. That's 11.
No, that does not. You're trapped in its claw again.
Oh, Lord.
And it is going to try and poison you.
Oh, yeah, I passed it.
And now it is Corbin's turn.
Cool. Well, I'm not going to use that other spell again. I'm going to move my damn moonbeam, and I'm going to be very careful.
She's in the...
Yeah, I'm going to be very careful.
She's in its claw.
Yeah, I'm going to move it towards its tail, its butt. So it's going to have to whip all the way around and reposition itself to get her in that moonbeam.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have to make a constitution saving.
Right. No.
Yeah, suck it. I'm going to get right up in its little
Get
booty.
up on that booty.
And that is 9 points of damage.
Okay. All right, Laika, you're up. You have been knocked prone, so you have to use your movement to get up.
What if I Misty Step again?
I guess, yeah, if you want to use that.
I feel like we'll rest after this, right? Yeah, so I'm going to do Misty Step and attack again.
All right.
Natural 20.
All right. Roll damage.
21.
Oh, yeah, it's dead.
Yay!
All right, so Laika, you misty step back up to this thing. You step up, and you just chop its head right off, cleave it in twain, and it falls from the giant claw onto the forest floor as the burning woods behind it crackle. And so as Fran and Laika are getting down off this giant claw, the goddess and Zaroon come running out of the woods. And Zaroon says, "We saw fire and smoke. What has happened here?"
What's everybody looking at me for?
We got a cool sword.
Well, Mary, you're like a force of nature, right? Can you, help me do something about this? Can she, give me, extra juice?
You guys could try it.
Or maybe you could help me do it? I can already shape water, but not enough to put out this fire.
The goddess nods and signs, "I haven't tried before, but now seems like a good as time as any."
All right,
And
cool.
she takes your hands in hers, and you feel a moderate amount of extra power. And as you attempt to shape the water and pull it from the lake over to the forest fire, the entire lake erupts in a geyser and just drenches everything around it. The forest fire is put out.
Crazy Mary strikes again, I say, giving her a pat on the back.
Wildcard Mary.
That was insane. The goddess lets go of your hands and just holds up her hands.
I high five her hands.
I put her on my shoulders.
So, earlier you saw there was a patch of earth that looked like it had just recently been disturbed. Mm-hmm. And the geyser has rubbed away some of that fresh earth, and you can see there is a hoard of gemstones and
Corbin dives for it.
it looks like these are the gems that were pried from the shields and the columns.
And they were buried there?
Yes.
Slow your roll. Well, I'm going to let you do you. But I am going to just do a quick investigation check on the sword.
Yeah, Corbin doesn't wait. Corbin dives for the gems.
All right, now let's have 1,500 silver pieces of gold and jewels.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Fran also goes over there and she holds open her bag of holding.
Can we split that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's split between the three of you. 500 silver pieces each.
Cool. Goddess gets none. Actually, we probably should give her.
Well, she didn't do any of the fighting.
What
but-
did she did the watering?
Oh, true. You guys, I mean, that's up to you guys.
I think we
she's
should.
Not, she's
I
an
think-
NPC.
Yeah, but like,
I give her 1 silver piece.
We'll buy her stuff.
this is weird. I'm gonna give her my share.
The goddess politely, as you try and offer her the money, she signs like, I don't really know how to buy things, even.
It's a really steep learning curve, Mary.
She pushes it back into your hand and says, I appreciate it, but please, you hold on to it. You risked your life.
I say, all right, I'll guard this for you, so to speak.
I take my 1 coin that I gave her back.
So I rolled an investigation check and I didn't do well. So I'm going to say, hey guys, what do you think about this old pointer?
I'll roll like Arcana on it. That's over 20.
Okay. So this is the Protector's Blade.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. What you can tell about this blade is that it is a holy artifact,
Okay.
and that this blade gives +3 to defense.
Okay.
So to your AC.
Okay. So if Leica had that would be fucking dope as hell. Or I could carry it around.
It's just.
I don't.
If anybody needs
I can't
it,
use it, but
I do not want to switch from my great sword.
Oh, that's fair.
+4 slashing.
All right. So I'm gonna carry this for now on my back.
It's just for fashion.
Yeah, but it's gonna give me +3, right?
Yeah.
Great. I need that.
So I hand it off to you.
I already have it.
Well, I say it's yours.
Oh, good.
All right. So just as you guys are like, oh, shoot, this is a really cool sword. And Fran, you're putting it on your back and you're sort of modeling for everybody. Like, oh, cool. Look at me. I got a sword. And you hear, a hail and well met, travelers.
No, it's David.
What a battle. And you see, coming out of the woods with his beautiful, gorgeous donkey, it is the one, the only, the dashing Dawson and his beautiful deal donkey.
I don't want to wait for my life to be over.
And you hear this music playing as he makes his entrance. And he's he claps slowly as he walks in. I have not seen such a display of might and magic in all my days. It was truly exciting.
Have you been following us, Daniel?
It's Dawson. And no, like I said, I am always around when there is a deal to be found, and I believe we had a deal. And he walks up to you, Fran, and holds out his hand for the sword.
Dirk, before you take this,
It's Dawson.
I need to know, Dirk. If I give this to you, can we trade it for the bracers of the bull later if we want?
We'll see.
No.
It depends on how I feel. And I mean, it depends on if some ungrateful, ingrate travelers would possibly deign to remember the name of a lowly merchant who offered them to such a deal. But we'll see. For now, I will take that sword. Thank you very much.
And you're going to give us the location of the tower?
Check your map. It's already there.
I pull out the map, I look.
Yeah, and as you, pull out the map, he just sort of very cleverly takes that sword out of your hands. And the Tower of Wavel, it is to the north of where you are now, just on the edge of the Farah Mountains, deep in the forest near there.
Is it on track for where we would be going, in our loop?
Sort of.
Can we see that map?
So we should probably go to the tower first, just because otherwise we'd have to double way back. And then go to the Temple of Yule after.
Agreed.
Yeah. Jam on toast.
Well, now my business is concluded, Dawson says. And, like, while you guys were looking at the map, this sword just sort of vanished. And he is...
It's inside the donkey.
Farewell, travelers. May you always find me when you are in need of a deal.
I wave without looking and I say, yeah, bye, Lawson.
Bye, Dennis.
Bye, Dixon.
You'll never get that sword back. Farewell. I don't know. I'm not a geography person.
Mound.
Mound?
A
A
hill.
knoll? A hilly knoll?
Yeah.
Maybe.
A knob.
No, that's a penis.
Oh.
I can't stand that reaction. Woo!
I've killed Cat.
Hey, it's your pal Mike Shea from the website Sly Flourish and author of the books The Lazy Dungeon Master and Sly Flourish's Fantastic Locations. I'm going to be hosting a brand new show on the Don't Split the Podcast network called the DM's Deep Dive. Each month, I'll be talking to a member of the D&D community about a particular topic of the game like encounter design, tools for improvisation, and game pacing. You can subscribe to the show through iTunes, on Twitch, or on YouTube. Join me and we'll all work together to make our games fantastic.